Hey everybody, how's it going? Have you guys heard the latest with Kamala Harris talking about social media platforms and holding them responsible for the things that they say? And I think, well, actually, the things that we say on their platforms, and that they're going to basically, they're going to end up by coming after you for it in the long run. She wants to shut down these platforms so we don't have a say because they don't like what we're saying because they want things done in a certain manner. So you take what you want to take out of that, but this is what I'm taking. They're gonna stop or trying to stop the First Amendment right, your freedom of speech. Because if you attack a person publicly without hatred or without, I mean, just words, you know what I mean? It's not like, I'm not saying attack like physically or threaten them or anything like that, but just like go at it, like say, hey, look, you're wrong, you're doing this bad, you're a disgrace or whatever it is, and you do it online, they're gonna come after you. So you really have to be careful on how you say stuff because first of all, as soon as you make a threat to somebody online, that's a felony. You can't threaten them physically, emotionally, or mentally or something. You know what I mean? You can't attack them like that. But with politics, it's a little different because they're there, they're out there, and our job is to make sure we scrutinize every little detail that they do. And Kamala Harris has a big mouth and no backbone and nothing to back the big mouth with. She don't even have a policy to back it. But she's coming after everything we possibly can. Our First Amendment rights, our Second Amendment rights. And trust me, that saying that she says about being unburdened from the stuff that has been, that's a direct quote in the Karl Marx book. It's Marxism. It's not something it's not an inspirational speech that she's throwing. That was taught to her by her father. Now, she has said some crazy ass stuff, but I'm gonna put some stuff in perspective for you. She talks in her speech about her mom, right? And how she was raised by a proud brown woman. And she was, they taught her this value and that, this and that, and this and that. Always, my mom, this, my mom, my mom, my mom. But she never once mentions the fact that she was East Indian. Never. She doesn't talk about her father either because she knows that her father's a Marxist. So, and he's Bohemian. And she's trying to play it off as being a black woman. Well, he's a Bohemian raised in Jamaica. So you take it from what it is. But by far, she is not a black woman. She's Bohemian East Indian. Okay, she's also full of crap. So, watch out what you say because she's gonna look for you. I'm old. I can care less. I'm almost, to that point where it's like I'm on my downhill motion, like most of the people my age are now. What do we got to live for? Another 10, 15 years, maybe if we're lucky, 20 years, we can get it. I'd be happy to live another 20 years. Watch all my kids, all my grandkids grow up, see my great-grandchildren. That'd be awesome. But it is what it is. I mean, we live in a society where they're trying to do everything they possibly can to turn this country into a shithole, third-world socialist country. And they're helping these people that are coming over here by making it harder for us to stand our ground and us to protect ourselves. Now, I saw a video where people from the Middle East were tearing up the grass because they didn't want grass, because they wanted dirt. Because they come from a country that's full of dirt. It's just dirt. There's no grass. So they live in a desert. So now they're tearing up our country, our grass, and we try so hard to beautify. Like, remember that in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, how we had all these commercials about green grass and fresh air and clean water. And what are they doing? They're coming here, they're polluting the water, they're ripping up the grass, they're polluting the cities, because that's what they want. That's what they live. So that's what they want us to be. Well, we don't want that. So if you want that as your life, go back, because this is America. You know, you can't go over there and act the way they come here. They are here. You'll get killed. They'll shoot you. They'll kill you. They'll throw you in jail. You'll be done. They'll bury you so far in the hole that you won't ever come back out. So I'm gonna add that clip into this video about Kamala Harris, so you guys can see it on this website. And I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start uploading stuff that I see, because I'm tired of people saying, "Oh, that's not true. That's not true," because it is. It really is true. I got a person on my Facebook page who's, excuse me. Okay, sorry, I got knocked out. I got a person on my Facebook page. She's family, and I put on about this thing with Nova for the earpiece for Kamala Harris. She just like yelled and ripped into me about it being fake. It went like 2 days before I even said something. Once I said something, then the fact checkers came on and they knocked it out. But see, I did my homework and I didn't want to push the issue. But the company that makes that earpiece wouldn't even say, no, it's not ours. They neither denied nor confirmed. So that kind of tells me something. And there's a whole thing, and I have it, and I posted it online. And she's like, well, if you're prepared, you don't need to cheat. There's certain things you can't get away with, because it's a natural trait. Like Italians, we talk with our hands. If you hold an Italian's hand, they're going to shut up. I mean, it's just a fact. So anyway, there's things, and there's no way she could prepare in 6 days. Trump was unprepared, I'll give him that. But anyways, I'm getting off the subject. But this is the kind of stuff that Kamala Harris is going to stop. So just get ready for it, because it's common, whether you want to know it or not. It's very, very close. And if they cheat the way they did the last election, we're going to be in so much trouble. And because we'll never get it in, and I'm tired of hearing them say, we inherited this from Trump, we inherited that from Trump, Trump did this and Trump did that. 12 out of the 16 years, this country was ran by a Democratic government. 4 years is not going to make for 16. I'm sorry, that's baloney. You also have 4 years to fix your screw-ups. You want to do it now. Now, it's 4 years into your thing and you're still screwing around blaming Trump. Doesn't work that way. So, just try to understand that people are being fooled by this crap. So stop being fooled, pay attention, do your homework. Peace out.
Put the Department of Justice of the United States back in the business of justice. We will double the Civil Rights Division and direct law enforcement to counter this extremism. We will hold social media platforms accountable for the hate infiltrating their platforms, because they have a responsibility to help fight against this threat to our democracy. And if you profit off of hate, if you act as a megaphone for misinformation or cyber warfare, if you don't police your platforms, we are going to hold you accountable as a community.
This woman perfectly illustrates that nothing comes without a price.
Tyranny always comes in the name of compassion and equality of outcomes. When I was at Columbia, they are brainwashing my classmates saying education should be free. Healthcare is a human right. How unfair is it that there are billionaires and there are homeless people? It should be we are all equal. This same idea began the living hell of North Korea. When Kim Il-sung came to my grandmother's and my grandfather, he said this to exact thing to us. How unfair is that? They are landowners, they are capitalists. And how unfair is that your children cannot be educated, you need to pay for it. If you give me the power, I'm going to make everything free. Government was gonna provide everything for us. If we just gave up our private property, our freedom of speech, our freedom of movement,